Yo, man.
Yo, what's going on?
Hey, I gotta set this up on my computer. I didn't realize you were gonna call Messenger.
Oh, dude, you can do it on your phone. That's perfect.
I'd rather do it on my computer, actually.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Yeah, of
Okay,
course.
hold on 1 second.
Whatever's
One
best for you.
second. Yeah, brother. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Maybe I can. I need to. Let's loading.
That's cool, man. Take your time.
Yeah. Freaking.
Yo,
Oh, there we are.
nice.
God
Oops.
damn it. I thought it was gonna. Well, let me turn my focus, turn, do not disturb.
Oh, that's a good call. I got to do that too. I always forget about that, and then I get a million freaking notifications.
Oh, I see you sideways. Is there a way to see you forward? Is that how it's gonna record?
Everything looks normal on my screen. I just probably look sideways on your screen.
Okay, because I'll get if I turn it, I'm turning my computer sideways. Because if I do it the other way, I'm gonna get vertigo. If I do it this way the whole time, I'm gonna get freaking vertigo.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Let's see how I can set it up. This is funny, bro. Hold on.
Oh, nope. Now you're sideways. Hold on. I could probably fix it.
Okay.
No.
You can?
No, because now you're sitting sideways on my screen. No, that just made me disappear. Fantastic. Damn it. Yeah. I mean, you look really good right there, but I'm sure I look fucked up on your screen.
No, it's okay. All right, so let's. The reason also I wanted to do it on my computer is sometimes the service drops out more on my phone. But let's. I'm gonna call you on my phone. We'll just do it there then.
Okay.
All right, brother.
All right. Okay, you got to turn landscape for me now on your phone. Are you not? Are you on landscape?
I don't know.
Turn your phone sideways. You have auto rotate on your screen on your phone?
Oh, if I turn it on, huh?
Yeah.
Let me see.
If you turn that on, then I will be normal on your screen and you will be normal on my screen, because right now you're just.
Oh, now it's okay.
You're
Does that work for you?
No, on my screen you're just a little thin strip in the middle of the screen.
Is that better?
No. You got to turn that. You got to turn your phone sideways, but you got to turn that auto.
Oh yeah.
There you go. Now,
You're like,
am I good on your screen too?
Stupid motherfucker. You're not recording now, are you yet?
Yes, I'm recording. This is good shit.
Oh, okay. No, I like.
Does that look good on your screen too?
Yeah, it's okay.
Am I sideways?
I don't know, man. Are you sideways?
No. But for you, like, are you gonna get vertigo?
I don't know your financial.
No, that's great.
I know your personal financial situation, bro. Yeah, no, it looks good, dude.
Okay, so we're gonna be okay then.
We're gonna be good. If it shit's sideways, dude, I get vertigo. I'm kind of sensitive like that.
Don't worry about it. I understand completely. I get vertigo from weird shit like covering my ears. So I work in a steam plant, and we have these over the ear muffs in addition to our like in ear plugs. And if I put those on, holy shit, dude, it's like insanely vertigo inducing, and I get super dizzy and hate it so much.
You know what's funny is, like, I think of those, like, you've heard of those sound. Speaking of vertigo in ears, I just showered. I needed my Q-tips. So you've heard of those, like, sound chambers, right? Where, like, it's so quiet people can't handle like 10 minutes.
Yeah, the deafening.
Have you ever been in one of those?
No, but I'm curious as fuck.
Yeah, that would be interesting to see.
Have you been in one?
No, not at all. I have 2 Q-tips left in my bag. I have some more upstairs. It's just my travel bag. But yeah, that would trip me out, man.
Yeah, absolutely. All right,
let's. So quiet, you hear your heartbeat. Yeah. Anyway,
let me introduce this real quick and get us started.
All right.
Welcome to Ordinary Joe's Extraordinary Stories, a podcast that shines a light on ordinary people and their extraordinary stories. From small towns to big cities, we're sharing the real, raw, and inspiring moments that connect us all. Because every voice matters. Every story counts. This is Ordinary Joe's Extraordinary Stories. welcome everybody. I see you. It's another episode of Ordinary Joe's Extraordinary Stories, and I've got another Ordinary Joe who has an extraordinary story with me today. This guy is close to me like family because we somewhat grew up together, and we'll get into it. But please help me welcome Angelo Lovato. Angelo, thank you for coming, bro. I appreciate you.
Yeah, man. So I had a little Q-tip in my ear. It's good to see you, bro. We did grow up together, freaking
Likewise. Yeah, it's
out there, out in Santa Fe, out
Santa Fe, New
in the
Mexico.
Llano, in the plains, in the
So
Santa.
so we went to school together, though we didn't interact at school. That's not how I know you. I know you because I became best friends with your youngest brother and lived with your parents for a while. Towards
Yep.
the end of your tenure with your parents, you were already starting your nomadic descent into adult life, and I'd actually like to talk about that. But
Yeah.
before we do, tell me about your childhood. You know what I don't know. What was it like growing up with Marcos as a little brother and Joe as an older brother? Because I mean, I don't want to speak too much on Joe or Marcos because eventually I'd love them to tell their own stories on here. But they are fucking interesting. All three of you guys are just so interesting as far as people go. Your
Yeah.
personalities are completely different from each other, and you have fantastic parents who I love to death. What was it
Yeah,
like
they're
growing up
amazing.
in your house?
Wait, what year did you graduate?
2000. I graduated
Okay,
with
cool.
Marcos, so
Yeah, you did graduate with Marcos. Gosh, how do I start? And it's early. I mean, I showered and stuff. Just kind of slow today. So let's see. Growing up, Marcos, I don't know, man. We just were always into messes. I love my brothers. It's funny with Marcos and Joe. Like people ask if you're close with your brothers now. Now when they're adults, and I talk to Marcos probably once every 6 months. Um, but if we need each other, we're there.
100%.
And back there was a period where we were doing a lot. There was a lot of stock stuff and crypto stuff, and him and I were talking every day
Oh
for
wow.
hours. There was some other stuff going on. I forgot what I can't think. And like it was something we related to, and then we were just talking a lot. I forgot. Oh, like because I was doing some social media stuff for a friend, and just
Okay.
like we can talk like dudes about that and stuff, but we don't really. He's just so busy. I'm so busy. And then when I do go home to Santa Fe, we hang out and I see his kids. He has two wonderful, my niece and nephew, Leah and Julian, who I loved that too, and watching them grow up. Even though I see them in increments, once a year,
Right.
twice a year, once in a while we FaceTime, but that's been a blessing. And Joe's amazing, kind of same with him. Like,
Have you been in
we
touch
stay in
with him?
touch. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Good, good.
We talk and stuff, but I don't know. It's kind of like I wish we were closer,
Uh,
but
Yeah,
we
that's
are closer. It's kind. I don't know if it's just how men are sometimes. Like
I no,
we're
dude.
just.
I don't think that's it at all. I think that's how life is because as much as I feel the exact same way about all of you guys, and as much as I try to stay in touch, honestly, you're the one that I talk to the most out of all of them. I
Oh,
haven't
really? I
spoken
don't
to
talk to
Joe.
Marcus so much.
No, I haven't
Yeah,
spoken to Joe in years, and I'd love to just touch base and say hi and see how he's doing. So please, when you talk
yeah,
to him, and give him my best and tell him Sarah and I said hi.
yeah,
But
definitely.
Marcos, I'll text him for his birthday and he'll do the same to me. But other than that, I'll reach out once in a while and he's just, like you said, he's really busy. But that's life. We all got shit going on and it's kind of hard, sadly, to put some a quality time aside and just, shoot the shit for a while. It's like, too busy for that. I don't know. And it's
Yeah,
sad.
yeah.
I hate it.
And it is. And even friends here, I have some of my best friends here, or even when I lived in LA, like some of my best friends lived, I see them every 6 months, and I think it's the best friend. It's also the friends, and this is not to stray off too much, but like, family friends or whatever, but like, you have friends that get mad because you don't call them all the time or what, if you, and you want to be there for friends if they're going through something, but like
Sure.
sometimes you're just busy, and it's the best friends that like if you don't see them 6 months a year, they're like, hey, what's up? All good. I get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
no guilt in, but
That's really interesting that you say that because, like, when I first got with my wife, she had this
mhm.
completely different outlook on friendships and relationships than I did. And when I think about people I grew up with and people I don't talk to on a regular basis, they're still my friends. I don't consider them any less friends because we don't speak every day or every year for that matter. I could go 10 years without seeing somebody, see them out in public, and
Yeah.
it'll be like, oh fuck, I haven't seen you in so long. It's really good to see you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that kind of thing. But with her, it's like she has this really bad outlook on it where if you're not talking to her and don't take the time to call her, then you don't give a fuck. And I'm like, that's probably not how it
Yeah.
is, but you know, I guess everybody's entitled to their opinion. So, and that very well could be with some people, but I don't feel like that's as common, especially with us Santa Feans. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's sort of the norm. Like, you just don't talk to people for a long time. You see them out in public, everything's great, and then you don't see them for another 10 years.
And I
Why?
wonder, it's also, yeah, it is, and it's also like, I don't know if it's like, I mean, it's not just technology. We're just busy. Like Marcos is an Aries. He's a hustler. That kid's a go-getter.
100%.
I'm a Capricorn. I'm perpetually busy. But
100%.
I'm out there in the world doing my thing. Like not in the world like I'm famous. I'm just like I'm just here. But I'm out and doing I play music or whatever. But like I also need a lot of time to recharge. So I spend a lot of time alone and stuff.
Sure.
And but yeah. Um yeah, I don't know what I forgot what
Fucking
else I was
life.
gonna say.
Fucking life, man. That's all.
Fucking like, oh, can I say one thing real quick? Sorry.
Please.
Is that okay? I don't want to lose this. It was what was funny is like I think about growing up in Santa Fe, and like I miss this, and growing up, Latino and Chicano, and like in this, and it's like I grew up with my grandma on my dad's side, 6 siblings, and they all had the niece, nephews, and cousins and everything.
Right.
And like Christmas and like Super Bowl was a holiday,
Uh-huh.
and like you would go up to Chimayo and see my family up there, and it was just like everybody was always close, my primo, this and that, everybody's and like I miss that, and I don't know if it's also a product of like today, just like technology today or what it is, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
things are, I don't
It's
know.
different. And I will say that, like, for myself, from my experience, just with getting older and growing out of what you were raised with, like in my family, on my dad's side particularly, it was always blood's thicker than water. Your family comes first, and that's the most important. But it's sort of, you have those people within every family. I would say that's, like, I need you to be there for me, but I'm not going to be there for you. I got too much shit going on. Like it's very one
Yeah.
sided, and I feel that in modern society, we, maybe speaking for our generation, have decided that that's bullshit, and we create our own families. We create closeness with the people who are there for us, who we do see every day, the people who mean something to us. And family goes beyond just bloodlines nowadays. Just my opinion might be, far out there, but that's how I feel. Like I'm closer to a lot of friends than I am to most of my family nowadays, which is fucking wild. But I consider people family who are friends. But you,
Yeah.
present company example,
Yeah. Yeah.
100%. Like I love I am deep in your family. Your grandma.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember being at your grandma's
Yeah.
house
I miss my
when,
grandma.
yeah, I remember being at her house one day when one of our friends passed away, and she was bawling her fucking eyes out, and I showed up, and she like freaked out like she saw a ghost. And she was already starting to be immobile, but she got up out of that chair and she walked over to me and gave me a big hug and was like, I thought it was you. And like it broke my fucking heart. I was like, I felt so included in that moment and so seen,
Yeah.
because she cared that much about me. And I was like, that was so important to me. But your mom and your dad, they welcomed me into their home when I didn't want to be at my home because
How long were you there for?
I think I lived with them for 2 years, on and off.
That was right after I left, huh?
Yes, yes, right after you left.
Because we never, yeah, we never,
Well,
yeah.
you were there for, I don't know, it was a week or two, but you were already like on your way out and not actively
Ah,
staying there. So,
that was 29 years ago, bro. That's crazy because
no shit,
I,
dude.
I was like 19,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I
so
was
crazy.
17, I believe, something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking
You know,
nuts, man.
I'm lucky though that like he said, like with families and stuff, like even though me and my brothers aren't, we don't talk every day or whatever like that. Like I would take a bullet for them.
Oh, for
Like
sure.
we're still like, because in some families that's not the case. Like it's sad when you see shit like that where people are estranged and stuff like that. And like my brothers would do anything for me, I'd do anything for them. Stay with my parents. Like I talk to my mom every day. Like we text sometimes. I mean, I call her almost every day, even just like 2 seconds. I always call her when they're watching their shows. Like my dad's there sitting there, and it's like 'cause it's 4 hours behind here or something like that
Right.
here, and then I'm like, just want to say I love you real quick or whatever,
That's cool.
and
Next
then
time you
I
talk
was
to
just
them, please give them my best and my love too.
yeah. No, it's funny too. You were saying also with the family thing is like is welcoming, even if they're not your blood, and I know we have that in New Mexico and other places, but in Hawaii, I think they call it like if somebody's like your family, but not, it's like adopted kind of, they call it Hanai family, I think.
Okay.
And I'm not speaking on an expert because I don't know. I'm just a haole. I'm just they call outsiders haoles here, and I'm just a guy living here, and I'm
That's
grateful to be
cool.
here. But yeah.
You've been there for some time though too.
Yeah, I got here it's about September. Actually, I got here September 11th, 19 uh 2019.
Oh shit! Right before COVID.
Yeah. Right before COVID. Yeah, I really lucky. I don't know,
That's nuts. Well,
living here.
we're gonna get
Yeah.
there. Let's not jump too far ahead of
Yeah,
ourselves.
yeah, yeah.
Um, I do have a fond memory, and I wanted to ask you about this. You worked for a post production company in Albuquerque, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. New
So
West Productions. That's how I got my foot in the door, making VHS dubs.
okay, so me and Marcos went and visited you one day at work in your little
Yeah.
studio, and I
And you
was
guys are
like,
probably high as hell.
so fucking high. I was so impressed with what you were doing. Well, maybe I was just high, but it looked like a fucking like film studio to me. I was like, this is so crazy. Um,
Yeah.
you somehow over the years, I ended up with two VHSs. One was the video for beer for APH that
Oh
you
my God, you had that?
had. I
Yeah.
do have the digital version now. Ish gave it to me.
Yeah. I found it. He sent it to me. Excuse me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then you made one for Stoic Frame.
Oh my God, dude, I remember that. Did you see that? You
I
knew
I
that one?
had it for years, and
Yeah.
throughout mine and my
Wow.
wife's moves, it got lost somewhere, and I'm so fucking devastated because that was the coolest fucking video ever.
I
Um,
might have it somewhere in my parents' attic in my old reels somewhere.
oh
So
god, if you come across that, I want to digitize that so bad. That was such a
they
cool
were a
fucking
great
video.
band. I
Yeah,
don't even know if they're still around. They were so good. Those
they
guys,
listen. They're on
Mako and
Spotify. I found that song on Spotify.
oh,
Um,
you did.
yes,
Okay.
but it's different. It's not the one that we heard that was on that video. They changed it up a little bit, and it's not as intense. It was way cooler the way you recorded it.
Oh, thanks, man.
Oh
Yeah,
fuck! It was.
I don't even remember all that. It was like so long ago. Wow, and
How did you get into
so
that?
much weed ago. How did I get? I haven't smoked pot in 17 years, man.
I quit in 2008, so I feel you.
Good for you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's 17. That's about 16 years ago. Good for
Yeah,
you, man. Yeah. How did I get into that? I don't know, man. I think I'm just trying to think. I just wanted when you were living in when you were living with my parents, it's funny. I was living I remember I went to college for a minute in Santa Fe Community College. I took a TV 101 class and
oh sweet.
oh, I was like, I would love to get into this. And it's funny because everything I learned in that one class is all I needed to learn that took me forward to work in California and stuff like
God,
that
that's
and
fucking
stuff, all
cool.
these fun shows. It's funny that those basic fundamentals. But then, I was up in Denver for a while and I came back to Santa Fe and I don't know. I remember I was working like a night stalker job at the whatever that first grocery store, Albertsons,
Okay.
and I just like I just like made enough for a paycheck and I never went back. I just didn't even call them or anything. I just they I went and got my check and then that was it. But and then Ismail, shout out to East Martinez.
I've been trying to get
Um
him on here, but he's a busy guy too.
dude, that would be funny. if you got us on together, you would have that would not you'd have to edit that. You'd have to be
I would fucking love it. That would be
we
amazing.
would just we would just berate each other. That would be hilarious. The outtakes. Yeah, so anyways, he was out in Albuquerque, and I he's like, "Come on out here, bro." And we lived on bunk beds in his little studio that he had over there by the campus. And we were these 20-year-old kids. I was 21. I think I just turned 20. And I think he was going to college and he dropped out, or I forgot. Then he started selling cars, which he's went on to have an empire doing that
Yeah,
and been
he's still
extremely
doing it.
successful. Yeah, he's that guy's yeah. He's a go getter,
Yeah.
and I sold cars with him for I sold cars with him for like a month because I sucked. I was too nice. I didn't, I sold a half a car, and the only East,
Hold on,
yeah,
how is that a
because
thing?
because East helped me sell it, so we split it. So I sold, so
Oh
I lasted a
god.
month. I lasted a month, and but it's funny. I remember I was listening to. I was reading at I was we was sitting there listening to like CDs and stuff like that, just hang out. It was this little potluck kind of thing, and I was reading the paper and there was like an ad for a comedy club for like, and I was like, oh, that looks cool, audition. So I went there and it was for like working as a waiter and stuff, and I got the job and stuff, and I worked there. And the owner's friend owned a production company, and him and I used to sit late at night when we were all hanging out doing debaucherous things after the show that yeah, we just sit there and jam, and I was like, "Ah, I'd love to work with you, blah blah blah." And then just one day he called me in, they needed help, and I was making VHS dubs. I just sit there, boom, boom, sitting there listening to music, and then we'd go out to lunch to some Mexican restaurant, smoke out his van,
Yeah,
and
buddy.
then we'd come back, and then I from there I just he taught me how to edit and things like that, and
That's
I
cool
don't
as
know how
shit.
to really edit. Yeah, I don't really know how to edit anymore. I did a couple things on iMovie, but that was just yeah.
Well,
And then I just got into some other stuff from there, but I don't know. I'm trailing off, but
no.
yeah,
That's
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 kind
what
of how I got into that there.
That's awesome, and that's exactly what we're looking for. Trailing
Yeah,
off. That's good conversation. I want to know. I want to discuss, but before we get too much further, I do want to discuss all your travels and your nomadic lifestyle because it's fucking impressive, dude. It takes a special breed of person to have that kind of freedom with life, and
thanks,
and
man.
and I admire it, man. I wish I had that much, um, that carefree attitude and that like I'll just be fine attitude. I
Yeah,
do
yeah.
to an extent, but I'm very safety.
You do.
Like I need safety lines to move forward in life. But um, I don't want to look past the elephant in the room, which is that you're a fucking hell of a talented musician.
There's an elephant in my room.
What?
Just nothing. I was being just
Oh,
There's an
oh,
elephant.
I
Yeah, yeah. No,
thought
I get the term.
bro, I'm fucking deaf. I thought you said there's an owl just flew in your room. I was like,
No,
what?
you said elephants in my room.
Yeah, yeah. No. You're a hell of a talented musician, and
Thanks, dude.
you and Ish were very big inspirations for me when I was starting out in guitar,
Yeah.
amongst a few other people at Capitol. But you guys had, somewhat, I don't know, call it minor success, but you guys had some success in music. Ish and APH, and you being like their inspiration. You're the OG of the group, and yeah, I remember sitting in Marcus's room jamming with you a couple times, just being like so fucking impressed with not only your voice and ability to play and sing, but just everything. And I would be highly honored if you would grace us with a song on the podcast live.
Yeah, I'll play a song here. Yeah, for sure. Whatever. Dude, those were some funny days, man.
Yeah, weren't they? We were playing
Yeah.
like
So
Oasis and shit, just like all that late '90s, early 2000s semi
we were
grunge
playing a lot of
stuff.
Sublime,
Yeah,
Pearl
Sublime.
Jam.
Yeah, good stuff. The good music.
Oh,
We're-
the '90s, man. Like there was nothing like the '90s. I'm
no
very
kidding.
happy to be in today and
100%. Yeah,
still
agree.
feel young and everything. But it's funny you see everybody because when we were in the '90s, we were like, oh, to live in the '60s, and now it's fucking mind blowing that like back in 1994 when we were saying that would have been like, oh, 1964 or 1965. Like now in 2026, 30 years ago was when I graduated high school in 1996, and that's like I just can't put my head around that,
I
and
know
I
it's
because it
crazy,
literally
isn't it?
feels like yesterday.
And we are now those old guys that listen to the same music they did in high school, and
Yeah, 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 yeah.
and I'm sure
But
that
I
it's
don't feel
annoying to
old.
kids. I don't either,
Yeah,
dude.
but
I'm telling
yeah,
you, in my head, I'm still a fucking teenager. I'm still the same dude that I was in your parents' house, which is
mhm,
fucking absolutely wild. But that's how I feel. I can't. I've never grown up beyond that. My mentality has always remained that.
yeah. I think there's a balance. It's like I worked at I work at the zip line. There's a kid there, and him and I get along really good. But we were gotten into a little thing. He was 18. He's called me uncle because that's what you call people when they're older here. But he
Okay.
said something snarky to me, and I said, "Dude, I would never." And he's a handsome, built looking kid and everything like that. Like, um, he could take me out. He's a big kid, and but tough kid. But I said I wouldn't want your what did I say? I wouldn't want what you got for what I have because of the wisdom. And the wisdom, all it is the older I get, it's just the more I see is the more I know I don't know shit. And it's just like, but it's just, and it's just something to be said that like, because I'm not an ageist at all, but I see myself in my early 20s and I'm like, oh, I cringe and just that some of the things I did. And sometimes I still do, but it's just like it's just living life is just the experience of living life. The time gives you something, you
But
know what
all
I
that
mean?
is
And
character building shit. Like you wouldn't be who you are if you didn't do all that cringy
yeah,
dumb shit. Like you can't look at it as cringy, but as
yeah,
part of who you are internally, and
yeah,
it's
but
important
also yeah, and just like you were saying, like you're still the kid inside. Like I think I'm still the kid inside there, 100%. But like I also have that other aspect to myself that's like had that experience, right? I have the mature side, but I'm also like we're still little kids, and
for sure. So
yeah.
talk to me about um, what brought you into being sort of a nomad, if you will. What was the driving force behind you just deciding, like, you know what, one day I'm gonna up and move out of here, and I'm gonna go explore some other part of the world, and then I'm gonna move from that place to another place. Like, I'm sure there's no plan behind where you're gonna move and how long you're gonna be there and all that kind of stuff. But just through as long as I've known you, you've lived in a lot of different places, and you've had a lot of different um, experiences through social ranks, and you've got a lot under your belt for in
Yeah.
such a short life. Tell me about that.
Um, Carry on my wayward son. I always it's funny because like growing up, I always identified with like those songs or just like Against the Wind, it's like the Rambler kind of thing like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
And it
yeah.
was never like a conscious thing you make up like, oh, I want to and I mean, I haven't gone anywhere in 7 years. I've lived on Hawaii. I barely been to Oahu. I haven't been to the Big Island, which is right next door. So I've kind of been in this more grounded phase of my life in my 40s here, but I don't know, man. I just like I said, I always identified with all this music, like that song by Kansas, and it's just like there was that, yeah, just like the Seeker, the Who, that song, The Seeker.
Yeah.
They call me the Seeker, and I'm gonna find, yeah. Um, but I think with the traveling, I mean, as a kid, I always knew I would live in LA. I remember obsessing over the encyclopedias back when we had before the internet. We had the encyclopedias, and I went to
Yep.
California and all that, and I
Yep.
knew I wanted to live there. And then, like, I'm really grateful to my parents because when I graduated, instead of going to Cancun, which could have been fun, party that everybody did and probably does, they helped me raise money and they took out a loan because I sold suckers, but for raising money and they also took out a loan and I did this educational trip to Australia, New Zealand with this
Shut the
group
fuck up.
called People to People, and we were out
Wow.
there for 2 weeks, 2 weeks in Australia, about a week or so in New Zealand,
That's
and we were just
amazing.
on this. and it was just a bunch of kids, like me and my friend Desi and Corey. I think were the only 18-year-olds. It was like 14 to 18.
Wow.
And we just went all over. We went to the Great Barrier Reef. We went down, saw kangaroos. We went to down to North Island, Coromandel Peninsula. And I had never been anywhere, but I never flown. I was 18. I'd never flown. I had only been to
Wait,
like
wait, never flown
Juarez.
at all?
No, I'd never flown until I was
Oh
18.
my God, your first flight was that long.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah.
insane.
I didn't get laid till I was 18 either, but that wasn't on the flight. But um,
I,
I was trying to make a Mile High joke there, Mile High, but the Mile
I'm
High,
with you.
but that's kidding. No, that
I,
didn't
I
go well.
also didn't I also didn't get laid till I was 18.
There you go. That's okay.
Fucking
That's
wild.
okay. I think I spent high school obsessed with one girl, and then I that I was pining for, and that kind of like. But anyway, so what were we talking about?
Yeah,
So
traveling.
traveling. So anyways, that going there, like I had been to California. We went on one trip. We were younger to California, but like to wake up to get on a plane, and all of a sudden you're in Australia and people are driving the other side of the road, and it's like to experience this tropical climate and everything. It was like it lit this fire under me, and I was like, I have to see the world,
Fuck yeah, that's
and
amazing.
yeah, that kind of set it in motion, and then working at the production company with Ray, my friend, um, we, I was working there one day, and one day we got a call from a friend that needed some crew people to go down to Belize. I didn't even know where Belize was. I
That's
thought it was like in the
awesome.
Caribbean or South America or something. And I said jokingly, "I'll go," and he said, "Do you have a passport?" And I said, "Yeah." And he's like, "I need a camera assistant." I was like, "Oh, I've never done that." And he's like, "I'll teach you how." And then the next day, I kid you not, it was like 3 p.m. The next day at 6 a.m., we're on a flight to Belize, and
Wow.
we worked on Temptation Island. It was the first Temptation Island, and we went there. We didn't know anything about it. We were like, "Oh, it might be some kind of soft, like not porno, because I wouldn't want to work on a porn or anything. I would never work on a porn, but we didn't know what it was going to be. It was like some like because this is when reality shows were kind of still new. There was like
Yes.
Bunim and Murray. They had all the MTV stuff with Rodals and stuff, but it was kind of like so. Anyway, we went down there, and yeah, we were there for 9 days, and we shot that, and we helped them because we were a relief crew. We actually got out of there about a day before, less than a day before a big, I think it was Hurricane Mitch, something came in
Oh
and
shit.
destroyed. We were out on Ambergris Key, and it destroyed all the resorts they were shooting at. And it was so we got out, and some other crew lucked out. Some of the other guys didn't. I heard those stories when I worked with them a year later.
Wow.
But yeah, so through that, I got in their contacts, and then a year later we went into the second one in Costa Rica, and then through those contacts, I got a call like another year later to go out and shoot Survivor from another friend, and um, out in Thailand. Then we did the Amazon, and then from there I moved to California, and
God, that's
uh,
cool.
but in between all these, in my early 20s, like I was still like very nomadic because I was out, you know, um, in between these shoots. I was working with Ray I was working at the production company, and then I would be out hanging out with Mike Carrillo in Phoenix for a while. I'd live out with him for a while, and our friend Matt, or I'd be out with Freddie. Remember Freddie
Yes.
and Robert and
Yeah.
Matt Peterson? They were living. Those guys. Oh my God, that's a whole fucking book. But they were out there. They had met this because they used to rave. They were like trust fund kids. I mean, they weren't trust fund kids. They met this trust fund kid. He's like this 35-year-old Japanese trust fund kid that had this house in Encino, and he was
Holy
like, this
shit.
is like where Michael Jackson lived and stuff. Not next to him, but and like John Wayne's son lived or family lived next door. It was like, and they were just like this party house. And so I'd go out there, me and Chris Peralta, and we just stayed with them. I went out there, and they just like we ended up just staying there. I stayed there for like months, and so in between, I was doing all those things and just. But yeah, finally in '03, I moved to California, and it stuck because I tried a couple times. One time I went after 9/11.
Oh
I couldn't
damn.
find any work, but yeah, it finally stuck into '03, and I stayed there for 15 years.
How long?
15 years in LA,
15
yeah.
years. Wow.
More or less. I mean,
And
it
what
was
did?
beginning to, huh?
No. Sorry, what were you saying?
Oh no, it was when I finally moved out there, it was New Year's '03 because I remember me and East and Dustin. God, what was Dustin's and Billy Wade, I think, was there.
Billy Wade.
Remember Billy Wade?
Oh my god,
Yeah,
dude! Billy Wade was one of the first people I met when I moved to Santa Fe when I was in sixth grade.
he's one of the greatest people ever.
Fucking love Billy.
Yeah, that's I don't even know if I could tell this. Him and I have the best story in San Francisco with East. We were up and we went to go see the Stones, and that was a long time ago, but
Holy
it's a funny
shit!
story. But yeah, so anyway, I went out to we were out in Vegas and for New Year's, and then I left them. They were partying, and I left them, and then I drove to LA, and then I stayed out there, and I just kind of I was there till about 2019 because I moved here, but like towards the end there, I lived in Berlin a couple years. I was out traveling
Wow,
other places and stuff,
that's
and
so fucking cool, man.
yeah.
What were you? Were you still cameramanning this whole time?
No, so I stopped production work about 20 about 2012ish is probably when I start doing production work. Like, I just got burned out on it, man. It was really good
Oh,
money.
wow.
Yeah, I just
God,
I
but
had some of the greatest experiences of my life doing it, but I just got burned out on it,
that's
and
sad because that's so cool. Like the opportunities you were presented for just doing that job, the places you went and the things you
yeah,
saw, I'm sure were fucking amazing.
yeah. I mean, there was nothing sad about. I needed that transition. I just feel like I was kind of getting into. I was just trying to. I just needed something more to satisfy my soul, and I ended up. I started getting into this, like, spiritual healing. Like, I don't want to get because I don't want to sound like some super spiritual guy thing, but I got into like Reiki healing and started getting on my little spiritual path thing there, and I started working at this little healing center in Las Feliz in LA, and I was making way less money, but my soul, I was happier, and
No, please,
um,
please speak on that because
yeah,
that's part of who you are. That there is no boundaries to this conversation, bro. I want to know
yeah, yeah,
all that
yeah.
stuff. Talk about your
I just don't want
spiritual
to be.
discovery.
I don't want to just be rambling, so people actually listen because I can kind of go off the deep end.
Well, tell me a little bit about it. Give me a the Cliff Notes version,
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
will,
the
at
Cliff
least.
Notes, the truncated version. Yeah, I just God, this is making me think about things I haven't thought about before. I feel like we're in a therapy session. I'm gonna have to
And I love
pay
this.
Venmo you after this.
No, fuck no. This is free. You're giving me just
Yeah,
as much
yeah.
as service.
You know what it is. I mean, I guess I'm gonna be very transparent here. Is that I just started to get more. I started to get more. So back in 2006, I went and did ayahuasca down in Peru, and
That's fucking
that kind
amazing.
of yeah, it was crazy, and
I
I'll never
bet.
do it again. I don't. I have a lot of friends that do it. It's fine. It's just it was a lot for me, and it just kind of opened me up, and it made me more sensitive than I already was. Energetically, empathically, spiritually, and just over this rollout of some years, I just became more sensitive to certain things, and I was like, I needed a different environment, and just I had become I didn't know this at the time that it was like due to a lot of like toxicity and heavy metals, but I was like sensitive to a lot of like EMFs and like lights and stuff like that. And
Crazy.
working in some of these environments, like I used to work at E News, and sometimes I'd work in the control room or we're in the studio there, just like all this stuff. And it was
Sensory
fucking
overload.
frying. Yeah, it was frying me. It was sensory overload stuff. And but I mean, also I wanted to transition. I felt like when I was working, and this is my own head, but I felt like when I was working with E News or some of these other shows, even though I did a lot of cool stuff, I did stuff with Music Cares. We did a lot of I did a lot of sports and stuff, but I just felt like I couldn't tune into my true creative self, which was bullshit, but that's just how I thought at the time. So like getting into this like more natural way of living or whatever, I felt I could kind of tune in myself a little bit more. And
Cool.
I worked at this little hippie spiritual shop. I mean, it's not hippie spiritual shop. It was like this new age store, but some of the best shamanic healers, readers, healers were working there. I had great experiences with so many people, and
So you're
um,
talking spirituality with Mother Earth, so to speak. You're talking about inner spirituality more so than a religion.
yeah, it wasn't about religion. It was like
Oh, bro, that's great
Like,
because I'm not at all a religious person, but I'm
yeah,
highly in tune with, just being a good dude and karma, and that's my
yeah,
jam. I love that shit.
for sure, for sure. And then there also there is, I don't want to say a limit, but there is like in my own journey though, I have come to like and simplify things and like and also I've always been close to Christ, but just more so the simplicity of like giving my life to Christ. I don't really go, I haven't got to church. I can't remember last time I got to church. I can't do church. I have a lot of questions of the Bible. It's not, to me, it's not about that. It's about having
100%.
your own connection, and I don't knock
Absolutely.
and anyways, so like yeah, I guess it was just that, like at that store, they did a lot of tarot readings. I studied. That's where learned I learned some tarot. I learned some astrology. I did Reiki, and I still do Reiki. Um,
What is that?
and Reiki is like a form of energy healing.
Okay.
Um, it's like through various symbols. You're just kind of like a channel. I think Ray stands for supreme, and this is very watered down Western way of saying it, but supreme Ray like stands for supreme, and Ki, which is like Qigong,
Okay.
is like energy or life force.
Cool.
So,
I'm with it.
and I studied, huh?
I'm with that.
Yeah. Yeah. So I did some others. I studied a bunch of other healing modalities. I did the whole gamut. I did everything from like combo, which is like frog medicine, to like got what do you call it, Shakti pot by like guru guys and all. And it was part of the experience.
That's
It was
cool.
part of the thing. But I think nothing gets me more than, I think it's funny. A little thing is you can have all those spiritual blah blah blahs and stuff, but um I think it's about life is about just doing what you came here to do on this planet, whatever that is. You know what I
That's
mean? Because
amazing. I
so
love
many
it.
people we're trying to fix ourselves, and I'm still trying to fix myself every day. You know what I mean? Heal myself. I'm always detoxing, but I think it's in astrology they call it the Saturnian mission, which don't ask me the exact details about it. I read it in a book, but um, but it's like doing what you came here to do against all odds. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, I have to be the hero and save the world, or I have to, but it's like, did you come here to be a beggar? Or did you come here to be, you came here to be a parent, or you came here to be, I'm a songwriter. That's what I have to do. You know what I mean? Like, or if you came here to, whatever, you came here to work with whales or whatever, like you have to do whatever it is to, that's what your soul came in this life to do, and you do that. That's the best thing you can do to fulfill your life mission. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Like,
That's amazing.
you can have a million healings and you can do all that, but like, I don't know. But again, I don't have the answer because I don't know shit. So
Sure. I don't think any of us do. Um,
yeah.
Tell me about your favorite part about living in LA. What was why were you so drawn there? And I have my own reasons. I would love to fucking live in LA.
Gosh, you've spent some time there, yeah?
Very little, not nearly as much as you did. I did live in Southern California for quite a while when I was younger. We lived in
Where
Rosemond
at?
and Palmdale.
Oh,
Um,
Palmdale.
yeah. Um,
That's out there by Temecula, right?
it's
Kind of. No.
it is south of. It's probably like an hour north of LA, sort of north east,
Oh,
sort of mid
like
desert. Yeah,
Lancaster, La
yes, yes.
Cañada there?
It's like
Okay.
5 minutes up the road from Lancaster. So we did live in Lancaster also, and but then I had a lot of family in Downey and Norwalk,
Yeah.
and I fucking loved that. That was my jam. I would love it there so much. And given the choice, that's where I'd be. I just the
Oh, really?
climate, the weather, the big city. I fucking love that. I love that there's so much going on all the time. I love that there's so many people everywhere. I love that there's options for any and everything you would want.
Yeah.
And, um, I grew up in small towns and that was never my thing. I don't like being so limited and isolated. And when there's nothing to do, that just drives me crazy, just sitting in my head, bored out of my mind. I can't do it. But I found a balance in life, so I'm happy where we're at now. But given the choice, like I said, I'd be in LA in a heartbeat.
You guys should go out there on a vacation.
We've been a couple times.
Okay.
We're
Doing the whole.
beyond the states travel right now. We're in
Yeah, yeah,
international
yeah,
traveling now. We're doing
yeah,
what
yeah.
you did when you were younger. We uh we went to
Where did you go last to?
so my first international trip ever was in 2023. The first time I ever left the country, and that was to Egypt. We spent
Dude, that's amazing.
yeah, we
How was that?
fucking just astonishing, dude. I can't words don't do any justice to that country. It's amazing just being in the presence of such amazing accomplishments historically, and looking at these walls that have paintings on them that are thousands of years old and just pristine. It's fucking insane, dude. The
How was it to
architecture
see
and
the Sphinx?
um honestly, in my opinion, it's a little underwhelming.
Because it's tiny, it's smaller.
It's not small by any stretch of the imagination, but and it's really cool, but also it's very tourist cluttered.
Of course.
It's not an intimate experience at all. Like we got to go in the Great Pyramid, we got to go inside a couple
Wow.
of the older pyramids, in southern Giza, and that was very intimate. That was crazy.
You got to go into the wait, so how hot was it there when you were there?
Oh, that's another interesting thing too. People talk about it is in the Sahara Desert. It's fucking crazy hot, but so the whole time we were there end of April.
I mean the Sahara Desert. I'm just kidding.
Sure.
I'm just kidding. I don't know. No, it's probably called Sahara. I'm just being a
I don't know.
jackass.
I don't know one way or
No,
the
so
other.
wait.
I know how
I'm
it's
just
spelled.
kidding. So you were there. So you were there.
We were there the end of April, through early May, and that's the end of their tourist season because I guess then it gets really, really hot. But the whole time we were there, it was about 100 degrees average, and their 100 degrees is not New Mexico 100 degrees. New Mexico 100 degrees, I felt, is way fucking hotter. Um,
Really?
yeah, and I don't know if how factual or scientific it is, but my logic through my discussions with Sarah was that we're at a way higher altitude here, so we're way closer to the sun.
It's true.
So the temperature here versus the temperature there is completely a different feeling. So their 100 degrees was very tolerable. I had no problem. We were perfectly comfortable there. You know how like in New
But it
Mexico,
was tropical, right?
no, not really tropical. Very
I
very
mean
dry.
tropical, like humid. Oh, but I mean, I'm sorry, but like just very humid. Yeah.
No, not very humid.
Oh,
Just it was
not very
very
humid.
very similar to our climate, but so when you're in Albuquerque in the midst of the summer and it's 100 degrees and you walk up to a hot car and you touch the outside of it, it burns the fuck out of your hand.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It didn't do that there.
That's
You
so
could lean up
interesting.
against the car in 100 degrees over there, and it was just fine. It was warm, but it wasn't hot. It wasn't going to burn the shit out of you. So it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a whole nother level of the same temperature, which was wild to experience. I enjoyed myself there a lot. The only thing that got to me was after being there for 2 weeks, I was ready to go home because there's this, I don't know, not real prevalent, but there's this sort of discomfort you feel with their society because of the inequality between men and women. How
Yeah, yeah.
women are
That would
not
be,
treated the same, and
that
they
would be
don't.
tough too.
It's not blatant. They don't make it a public thing, and it's they don't talk bad about their women or anything like that. They're really nice people, but just knowing how men are looked at as superior to women there, and it's just it makes it a little uncomfortable. So
It's fucking mind blowing.
that was my only grief with or gripe with the place was that. Other than that, I absolutely loved Egypt. We did the entire country from top to the bottom. We went to Alexandria, we went to Abu Simbel, and we did a Nile cruise.
You
We went to
where?
Luxor, Abu
What's
Simbel,
it?
at the very
What's
very
that
tip.
place?
It's
I've
right
never
by
heard of
the
that.
Sudan border. It's where
Oh,
the temple of God.
Doom is Indiana Jones.
The Temple of Doom. No, there's two temples built by Jesus. I haven't been there in so long. It's slipping my mind, but they've been in movies
Yeah,
and everything. These
that's not where
temples.
Petra is because that's in Jordan.
Yes, you're
Yeah,
correct. Uh,
yeah. Did you guys go to Pet? Did you go to Jordan?
no, 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 no.
Yeah.
Um,
Anyways,
but so then, last year we went to Greece and to Japan.
I want to go there. I've never been to Greece.
Greece was fucking amazing.
Where'd you go in Greece?
All over the place. We went to where the 300 held their ground against the Persians. We went to Delphi, which is ancient ruins, a city built in the hillside. We went to all over the famous stuff in Greece. We went to like
The
Poseidon's
Pantheon and stuff.
temple and yep, the Pantheon. We did all of that. Just really really cool. We also did a 10-day cruise there, so we got to go to Bodrum, Turkey, and then
That's cool.
from there we drove up to Ephesus with the ancient city and the what is it, the Ephesians in the Bible.
Oh yeah, Ephesus. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so we went there, and then we went to the Mother Mary's house, so the Virgin Mary's house, where she retired after all the biblical times and passed away.
Where was that at?
It's up in the hills near that city.
In Turkey or?
In Turkey, yeah.
Wow.
So then the next stop was we went to Santorini, we went to Mykonos, and then we went up to
Yeah.
Croatia to Dubrovnik, where Game of Thrones
Yeah.
was filmed. That was fucking
Yeah.
beautiful. That was probably one of my favorite places. Um,
What's the Andaman? Is it the Andaman? The sea on the Croatian right there? I
it's all
heard that's like
Mediterranean.
yeah, but there's a name for I'm gonna use my phone while we're recording, but there's a name of the sea that's the Adriatic? No, I don't know. It's supposed to be incredible there, but Croatia's supposed to be amazing. How was
It was.
Croatia?
It was fucking. It was one of my favorite places. It was just the architecture and the water and just everything about it was cool. People were cool as shit. Really cool experience. Very
Have you been
green.
anywhere else in Africa?
In Africa, no, just
No. I
Egypt.
mean, you obviously you went to Egypt and stuff, but I just meant like anywhere
Yeah,
else.
nowhere
Like,
else in Africa yet. Um,
yeah.
the final stop on that or final two stops on that cruise was Montenegro, Kotor, which was cool.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then we
I
went
want to
to
go there.
Corfu, Greece was our last stop, and then back to Athens, and yeah, that was amazing. And then later that year, last year, we went to Japan, and we did Tokyo, we did Osaka, Kyoto, and Hiroshima, and just
Whoa.
holy fuck, it was
How
beautiful.
was how was Hiroshima? You went to Ground Zero, yeah.
Yes, and it was beautiful, and it was tear jerking, and it was it caused a lot of confusion internally. I had this extra layer of guilt because of where my job is. We were the creator of their destruction. Um, and that was,
Yeah, but also it's not your yeah, it wasn't you, but yeah.
yeah, yeah. But, I don't know.
That is weird though that you not weird and not in you, but it is interesting that you work where you work
Yeah.
and that is like that's a book itself that you went to.
Well, and
Whoa.
interestingly enough, like that museum there, they don't hold Americans responsible. They don't like say, yeah, these
Good.
are the evil fucks and they did this to us, and it's all about like they're very transparent and very factual about all of the circumstances surrounding everything, and they're fucking amazing people. They are incredible. The Japanese are phenomenal people. I had such a good time there. Hiroshima is one of the cleanest places I've ever been on the planet. It's so clean and beautiful there.
Do they have like you can actually go like it's like a landmark like right where it hit in the center?
Okay, so I didn't know this, but the way those nuclear bombs work is they explode in the air.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
they
of
don't ever
course.
hit the
But like
ground.
it's no, I
Uh,
knew that, but I just meant like where yeah,
but
it's
yes,
ground zero.
ground zero was 600 meters from this monument that they've built, where there's still, and I'll send you pictures later, but there's this building still standing the exact way it was left after the bomb went off. And so they built this entire park around it where they have like an eternal flame going, where they say that flame will not be extinguished until atomic weapons are no longer a thing. And it's a beautiful, like really like peaceful
That'd be
place.
nice.
It's fucking wild. And then that's where the Atomic Museum is, where you can just see the devastation, which is fucking horrible. It's so sad to be in that building.
It must have been like Vesuvius, like there must have been like shadows on the walls or shadow, from the
Yeah. Yeah. They have a like a staircase from a bank where a man was sitting and his outline's still on the stones.
I don't know if I could go to a place because it's interesting. Like, I lived in Germany and stuff, but I didn't go to. My God, what's the name of the Auschwitz?
Auschwitz.
I think that's in Poland though. I think. I could be wrong, but I didn't go to. I didn't go to Poland either. But when I lived in Germany, I don't know if I could have gone to any of the camps because that would have been a lot for me. I think like just feeling all that might have
It's
been tough
I
for me.
feel like you're absolutely right on that, but I kind of feel like it's important to experience it because as devastating as it is, the feelings you get, somebody had it way
Yeah.
worse. They went through a lot more, and
Yeah, it creates empathy,
it's
sure.
it's sort of penance in in a way, like just the education and the feelings that it riles up in you that you never want to be a part of something that horrible again. Like I don't know, it's I wouldn't change it. I'd go. I still want to go to Nagasaki as well, just to get the full, devastation of what
Yeah.
happened. Um, but yeah, it did definitely add another layer of guilt. Not only being American, but where I work, being in that
Yeah,
building
you
was like,
shouldn't feel
fuck,
guilt.
this is difficult. I didn't know how to feel. You can't blame them 100%. You can't blame us 100%. It was just a shitty situation.
Did you watch the movie Oppenheimer?
Yeah, it
That was
was
a good
it was
movie.
filmed up in Los Alamos.
It's interesting how, I guess, as a lucky, like how, like, we've traveled around. It's funny, like you've hit a lot of Western Europe. You've hit like some of Western Asia. You've hit a lot of places. Like I've done a lot more Western Europe, Western countries. So, but we've traveled a lot. And, um, I always tell people like no matter where I've been in the world, like I don't want to live back in New Mexico necessarily. Maybe one day, but there's nothing like the Southwest, and in particular New Mexico. Like
Yeah,
New Mexico is fucking crazy. Like this
it
is where the
really is.
atomic bomb was made. We got White Sands. This is where Roswell happened.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. There's
this
a
is
lot of history here.
there's like there's so much,
Yep,
and we're really lucky. Like New Mexico's like a weirdo. It's like it's a
it
weird
really
state.
is.
Like, and I'm not knocking. I love it. It's just like trippy, dude. Like it's
Yeah,
not weird. It's just like so you got like the UFO. I don't know.
yeah. No, you're absolutely spot on that. And we've thought about moving because we want to do more travel. We want to see the whole world, so we wanted to get out of New Mexico to go to closer to a international airport where they fly direct out of internationally.
Sure,
Um,
but I'm so proud to be from New Mexico.
yeah,
It's
it would suck to leave here. We have a great house. We live in a great neighborhood. It's fucking beautiful
yeah.
here. The weather, you can't. it- we moved away from Santa Fe to get milder winters, and we have that now. So like, why change it? It's fucking perfect here. Our political climate's a whole nother story. That's a driving force behind wanting to leave the states
In New
altogether.
Mexico in particular.
No, New Mexico's, you know, thank goodness we're a blue state and we
Yeah,
we
yeah.
we are fighting the problem. But just being in the country with everything bad going on, it's hard. It's very difficult. Every day you wake up and see some horrible headlines, and you're like, God, I hate it here. What the fuck? But to be fair,
Yeah.
again, New Mexico is amazing, and I love it here. I don't want to move. I don't want to leave, but but we'll see. Time will tell. Um, we
I
do
was
have,
laughing because I was laughing because I'm just like it's all you can do is laugh with the state of the world. But
yeah,
and I don't want to sway off what you're saying, but the pendulum is always has to swing,
absolutely, and
and
we're
it's
looking
gonna
forward to
swing in
that.
the other way.
We're looking forward to it.
It's
Um,
it's gonna we're gonna things are gonna get better. But anyways,
I
go
hope so.
ahead.
Um, so back to our travel thing. The last thing I wanted to say is now in August we're going to Italy, taking my
Where are you going to Italy?
another cruise, but we're going to spend 3 days in Rome and exploring the country on land, and then we're going to hop on a ship and then do a cruise that goes, all the coastal places in Italy, Cannes, France, a couple other like islands in between France and Italy, and then back to Rome. So that's going to be fun.
You're just racking up those Mediterranean miles, bro.
Trying to, man. It's a beautiful fucking place.
I know. I've only been. Yeah. Rome is amazing. I was only there for like 4 days, but like seeing the Colosseum's really cool. There's so much other stuff.
Yeah,
Go to Vatican City. We
Yeah.
didn't. We went for like an afternoon. I didn't even get to see the Sistine because it was closed. But
Oh
we
shit.
walked up St. Peter's Duomo,
Yeah,
which was
we're gonna
cool.
do
If you get
that.
a chance, you have to do that.
We are. We
And
booked
then
it.
think of me when you do, because it's like how I was there in '03, and I was like, it's like climbing up this little. It's like you get to the top of the dome. It's just like this little tiny crevice, and if you get, maybe take medicine if you get dizzy. Like I got dizzy because it's just you're walking.
Oh wow.
Maybe take some like Dramamine. I don't know if you need some if you get dizzy. But
Yeah,
are
we're
you gonna go to Venice?
yes, yes.
Venice
We're
is
just gonna make a day trip up there.
That's
Before we
okay.
get on the
Yeah.
ship, just to see it, just to say we've been there. My wife's already been to Italy when she was in like seventh grade or something. They went on a class trip. So she's
Okay.
been to all these places. She just doesn't remember it culturally. And now that we're traveling as adults, we're trying to actually get the history and do the tourism thing. So, and she jokes that we started from the beginning of time and we're working our way backwards because we went to Egypt first and then Greece and now we're going to Rome. So, working our way back through civilization historically backwards.
Yeah, that's cool though, man. I mean, history's. I'm not a. I'm very much a student. I'm not an any way super knowledgeable, but I'm
Sure,
fascinated with history and just the history of the
absolutely.
world, and it's like it's civilization. And yeah, that's such a fun thing to study. You're gonna love Italy. Are you going to Tuscany?
I think so. Yes.
So, but you're gonna be kind of on the like the schedule of the cruise and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, but all the stops are like full day stops. So we get a full day to
Okay.
like get off the ship and go explore and, get back on. It's like
Yeah,
8
yeah.
a.m. to 8 p.m. or whatever each stop. So
So you will probably go to Florence because that's more inland.
we are
Because
going
I
to
was out there
Florence.
working, huh?
We are going to Florence.
Oh, just on a day trip.
It's part of the cruise.
Oh, okay. Wait, does Florence doesn't
Florence
go into
Pisa
or
is part of the cruise.
yeah, Pisa's cool. I saw Pisa. I didn't go to Florence. Like we went to the train station, but we were working at this little. I was shooting a show out um in Tuscany in this little town called Montecatini Terme, which Montecatini, I forgot Monte, it's mountain, but Terme was for there was like these hot thermal pools, and we
Oh,
didn't
cool.
get a chance to do those. But it's like this coolest little town. Like that was my first European experience, and
Cool.
we were at this cafe, not cafe. My God, Olivia, what's the name? My brain's farting right now. But anyways, it was amazing. I'm trying to think of the name of the place, but yeah, you're gonna love Italy, dude.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. It's the
Yeah.
days are going by slower and slower as it's approaching. I can't wait to go.
When are you guys going?
End of August.
Okay.
Mid
And how long is
August.
that gonna be for?
Um, I think it's 14 or 15 days we're there.
And where do you fly from Albuquerque to?
Albuquerque to Denver, Denver to Rome.
Okay, that's cool. Denver to Rome. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, dude, our
Nice.
flights. Listen, I became a huge av geek. You don't know this about me either, but I'm a fucking plane nerd nowadays. And
You should become a pilot.
no, not that kind of av geek. I just like planes. That's all.
Yeah.
I would absolutely do it, but I'm already too old. Like you have to start that shit when you're younger.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but so our first international flight, we flew with Air France from LA to Paris, Paris
Oh,
to
geez,
Cairo,
yeah,
and then
France,
did that in
nice.
reverse, which is cool. And then
Yeah.
on that trip, the captain invited me and Sarah into the cockpit while we flew over Athens. It was the fucking
Really?
coolest experience I've ever had in my life. It was so
Was
fucking
he
cool.
French? Was he a French pilot or
Yes,
American or
he was French, Air France.
how? Because I didn't think that was like they allow that anymore.
It's legal in 5 European countries, I believe, at the captain's discretion, and more countries are allowing it at the captain's discretion. The captain knows,
Yeah.
and you have to be invited. It's not like they're just gonna be like you can ask, and they're gonna be like, yeah, come on in. No, no, no. It's at the captain's discretion. They can let people come in for
Yeah.
short durations. And so yeah,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
let us go, and it was a 2 year old brand new plane, a huge plane, and it was one of the coolest things. He was pointing out shit on the ground to us, and we saw another plane pass under us, and I was like, "This is the coolest fucking thing ever."
You were flying it during the day, so you could see up
No, no,
there.
no. It was nighttime. It was 10 o'clock at night,
Oh my
but
God, that's so
you
cool.
could see Athens lit up beneath us. 40,000
Yeah.
feet, but we could see the lights, and he was telling us what each little group of lights was. We're like, that is so fucking cool. And then the trip to Greece, I planned the itinerary based on two specific airplanes I wanted to fly on, the two biggest airplanes in the
Well,
world.
you are an ab geek.
Yeah,
Wow.
dude. So we flew from Denver to Munich, Munich to Athens, and then Athens to Frankfurt, and Frankfurt back to Denver, or to I'm sorry, to Frankfurt to Houston, and that was
Wow.
fucking cool. Lufthansa, just hell of a cool experience. And this time we're flying United. We flew United to Tokyo also, but whatever. We'll have more cool
Yeah,
plane stuff later.
whatever. Well, you won't be flying Spirit anymore. You know, they shut down.
Yeah, I'm fucking sad about that.
I don't think I ever flew Spirit Airlines. I don't
I
know.
was only able to fly them once. It was fine. I know a lot of people have bad experiences with them, but it's sad for the aviation community overall. Either way, you never want to see a company go out of business, especially when they employ 17,000 people. It's kind of fucked.
Yeah, I mean, and it wasn't even a merger. Like, I mean, TWA and all those. It wasn't like these.
Yeah, no, they
Yeah,
they couldn't afford getting through this global fuel crisis. That was the final nail in the coffin, and the government wouldn't help them out with the loan, so they had no choice but
what
to
are they?
fold. And so their
Are they
last
gonna?
their last day of
Yeah.
business was 3 o'clock in the morning yesterday. So they sent out, like, even their planes that were live in the air. They sent a message to the cockpit that said, "Hey, we're as of 3 o'clock this morning, we're out of business. Sorry."
That's so crazy because usually when things go into like insolvency or whatever or something, there's like a process. Like that's
No, that's it. They
like
shut
what are they
down
gonna
that
do with
moment.
their what are they gonna do with their fleet of planes? Sell it to some prince in fucking Libya or some shit? Like, you know what I mean?
Most of the planes will either be they'll sell them back to the manufacturer or other airlines will pick them up.
But how that's so wild that it's just like that.
Yeah. No,
Like,
it's a quick, immediate cutoff. And as of that point, nobody else has jobs. And if you've booked a flight with them, it's a fight to get your money back. It's crazy.
and what I wonder what do you know what they're worth or their company?
No, I don't.
Just wonder I just wonder if anybody's like fucking Elon's chimed in on wanting to buy, you know what I mean? Like
No,
or something.
it's it's not that it doesn't work that way. It's that they can take the planes or and actually most of these bigger airlines already have, you know, fleets that they're established with. They have pilots, they have flight attendants, so all those employees are, lucky to even be able to get back into the industry. It's a sad, and
Yeah.
now the rest of this is global. So even Lufthansa, being one of the biggest airlines in the world, has had to shut down a couple of their subsidiaries because of the fuel crisis. Um,
Wait,
European
is that
country,
what happened with Spirit? Is that this
the fuel crisis,
essentially?
yeah, they couldn't afford to get through it. There's
Oh, I didn't
fuel
realize
prices
that's
went
what's
through the roof. And in Europe, as a matter of fact, they're limiting the amount of flights that are allowed to go to each airport because they don't have the fuel to sustain regular flight levels.
and this is all because somebody doesn't want to see what's in some files.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's what it goes back to.
So this isn't even a matter of like, because I mean, I watch some of the news, but I kind
Like,
of ebb and flow. Like I see headlines, and I watch like Aaron,
well, listen,
what's his name, Aaron.
the facts behind it, and you can argue with the supporters all day about the files, and they're going to say that no, that's fake, that's bullshit. But what it really comes down to is him starting his war with Iran, which was absolutely unnecessary because Obama already had a treaty in place with them for their nuclear arms. But
Yeah.
he ripped it up as soon as he got into office and then started this war because he said he could get a better deal. But we didn't need a
Oh
better
yeah.
deal because they had stopped making nuclear weapons. So, this is all pointless. It's very selfish and it's fucking everybody in the world. We have a horrible economy. We have, a global fuel crisis, which is affecting not only just oil prices, but gas prices, natural gas, anything, any sort of fuel that's petroleum based is affected. It's fucking horrible.
And it's funny living here in Hawaii. Like shit's already expensive, so I guess I mean gas has gone up like $1.50 or something for us. I forgot because I haven't put. I have to actually have to put. I have to go put gas the next day or so. So I don't know what it's changing, but it's just like we're already used to things. So I don't know if, and just the economy's already been shit for,
Right.
so yeah, I don't know. It's like, and it's interesting because you live on the mainland. So like I haven't lived actually on the mainland for a good amount of time, for over a decade. Because even when I was back in California, like I moved out here in 2019, like I was back and forth between Europe, so I just haven't been spent a substantial amount of time on the mainland. So just
Sure.
collectively feeling that energy, you know what I mean, and stuff. Like I live in this bubble. I mean, it's not perfect here, but I am blessed every day that I wake up here.
Oh, absolutely.
But
I'll say this: like, it was being on the mainland, it was very obvious that there was something wrong one day to the next, because normally I fill my car up with gas every 2 trips to work. That's a full tank of gas for me. And
damn,
it was like I was filling up on $23 to $28. The level, the prices were
how
fluctuating.
much was gas?
Uh,
What was
two
it?
230, give or take.
Oh,
We're
I
put
pay. See, we paid 479 or 430. I forgot what it was, but yeah.
Yeah, but also that's because the gas has to be shipped to you. It's not,
Of
we have it
course.
mainland, so
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I know, I know. So
um,
anyway, so
but
two tank.
now, like, overnight, I saw the price of my tank fill up go from $23 to $28 up to $50 to $55. So currently, I'm paying 52 bucks to fill up, and it actually just went up a couple. It went up 30 cents yesterday. So
Well, how much is it now for 87?
we're at
Do you use 87 or 89?
just the regular unleaded shit.
Yeah.
It's $4 now here,
Okay.
and
Well, what do you do?
that's
You
the cheap
drive a
gas
truck
station.
or?
Average, it's around 450, but I use the cheap gas station. So
Yeah, yeah. Do you fill out like? Isn't it like Santo Domingo? Where else did you use? I mean, where is it? People
there's
fill
actually
up.
one here in Bernalillo that's actually, there's two in Bernalillo that are pretty cheap. So, and then we got Sam's
Okay.
Club and Costco, which also offer the discount. So it's a little cheaper at
Yeah, yeah.
those.
Wait, so what do you drive? That's a lot of gas.
I drive a Subaru, but my trip to work is 90 miles one way.
Oh, is it really that far?
Yeah,
Wow,
dude, it's an hour and a half drive one way.
that's a lot
And
of podcasts, bro.
yeah, and then I work 12-hour shifts, so my day is roughly 14 to 16 hours every day that I work.
And how many days a week do you work?
Um, it rotates, but 3 one week, 4 the next week, and then at the end of each month, I'm either off 6 days in a row or I work 6 days in a row. So
That's cherry, dude.
yeah, it's very nice. At the end of the year, I'm scheduled 6 months on, 6 months off. So
That's amazing.
yeah, I wouldn't change my schedule for anything. I love it so much.
I mean, have you guys thought about moving up there?
There was a thought of it when I first started working up there, but the prices up there are fucking LA level, dude. It's insane.
But what about like even up in like Tasuka or like along the way or
All of it.
no?
Everything from Santa Fe to Los Alamos is fucking $1 million houses. Everything.
It's funny, like I was like, was it not Cañoncito, but Arroyo Seco. Like we grew up, like Coco. I mean, do you ever stop at Coco Man's for gas?
Hell no. But I know
But
what you're talking
why?
about. I
Is it
just don't
expensive?
drink much.
No, they have gas, don't they? There,
Oh,
Coco Man's.
in
They don't.
Powaka?
Yeah, they don't have
No,
gas there. I thought it was a gas station.
no, it's
Oh,
a bar or a liquor store. I mean,
I thought it was also a gas station.
no, no,
I'm
no.
just thinking all the places there, and it's funny how expensive it is now because growing up there, like, it's just there's a lot of we had family friends up there.
Yeah,
They live
yeah,
in the trailer. The little trailer's just sitting on
yeah, yeah.
the little mesa there, like then we'd be out there hanging, we'd go spend a lot of time with them. But Coco Man's, yeah. I remember Coco Man's because we grew up going up to Santa Cruz Lake, and
Right.
some of my first memories of life was stopping for Coco Man's. I forgot, maybe they did have gas, I don't know, but stopping
Maybe,
there.
maybe I
Yeah, yeah.
don't
But
remember
I
that.
just remember Coco Man's, and yeah, yeah. That's so funny.
That's
That's a
wild.
beautiful drive.
Yeah.
So, were you more impressed with the Camel Rock than the Sphinx?
It's a little different. The Sphinx was significantly cooler.
Yeah,
Camel
yeah,
Rock is, Camel Rock. I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Maybe I'm biased because I grew up seeing it, but it's just a pile of rocks. So, and it's like on the brink of falling over. So
Yeah, that's what my mom said. It's what my mom said. Its nose is like, it's 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 Back in the day, my dad said they used to be able to go climb it, and
That's wild.
yeah, yeah. It was okay, because it was, I don't know.
Okay, so real quick, talk to me about you said you did a podcast recently, or was it a radio show?
Oh, I did a radio show.
Um
Yeah.
and you were saying, but didn't you say you did a podcast too with somebody?
I was doing one with my friend Annie.
Oh,
Actually, it's
yes, yes, yes.
Annie.
That's the one.
Annie, Annie Altman.
How was
Said,
that? What was it
well,
about basically?
we so a little bit about Annie. She's an incredible, just I love her. She's an amazing human being. I know her out here on Maui. I
Cool.
met her when I used to work at a kombucha bar, and but she's
Fucking love
Sam
kombucha,
Altman.
by the way.
Yeah, yeah. Kombucha's great. I don't drink as much anymore because of sugar, because I used to drink too much. But yeah, she's Sam Altman's estranged sister, and there's that whole thing going on, which is not my place to talk about. But
Sure.
we started shooting the podcast, and then we kept getting interrupted by like technical difficulties, and then we also got interrupted by just like the yard workers thing. So we didn't end up finishing it, and
Oh
then
shit.
we haven't had been a chance to reschedule. And I just ran into her at the grocery store the other day, so
What's the
she's got
topic
some
of discussion though?
things she's
What's your
drinking
podcast about?
something. I guess it's just all humans are humans. I mean, I guess I've never seen an episode, so I don't know. Like I just like I forgot what it's called, all humans something, and
Oh.
we didn't get through too much because we kept having all those things. So we just I ended up hanging out with your cats, and
Well,
we
when
just
you speak
chatted.
to her again, maybe mention me because I would love to speak to her.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
will. Yeah,
I don't know
she
her
hasn't
or
been
anything
shooting.
about her, but I'd love to have a conversation.
Yeah, I haven't. I haven't. I know she said she hasn't been shooting as much of the podcast lately, but I will definitely, 100%.
I appreciate it.
I'm happy to.
That's
Yeah,
why.
yeah, of
So,
course.
so tell me about life in Hawaii, real quick. What is it like other than expensive?
How expensive. I don't know, man. I'm so lucky to be here. I'm kind of in a bubble right now where it's like when you don't leave a place for a long time, you kind of become, you're out of your surroundings, and like living here, oh gosh, it's beautiful. I get to go to the beach every
That
day. I don't go every day. I as much as I can because I work. I work at the zip line. Actually, speaking of military, World War II, I work at the zip line, North Shore zip line, where it's part of the old military base during World War II, where the Fighting Fourth Marines
crazy.
trained before they went to like Roynamore, Saipan, I think some other places.
Wow.
But I feel really blessed to live here. I live in this little town, Haiku, man. I cannot say nothing better about the community here. I think I really called this in before. I wanted a community to ground into. And you got anywhere from you got surfers, you got the hippies, you got the locals, the Kanaka. Kanaka stands for someone with Hawaiian blood. You got a lot
Oh
of
wow.
farmers, you got a lot of musicians. It's just working class people, and we're out in this little like jungle community up about 1,400 feet up the mountain,
Wow.
and
That's
yeah,
cool.
I love it. It's great, and I don't know what else to it's
How
just
much?
I never thought. Go ahead.
No, no, no. Please finish what you're saying.
I never thought I would live in Hawaii. Like it was kind of like a little afterthought, or what do you call, like a little thing, like maybe when I'm in my 50s, I'm 48 now, and I would go, I ended up moving here when I was like 41, and it just kind of was a happenstance kind of thing, God kind
Crazy.
of just led me here, and I never thought I'd move here. And
That's cool.
it's like one of those things, like when I was younger and I first moved to Hollywood, I remember every day like being like, I live in Hollywood. Whoa, I live in Hollywood.
That's
And it's not even like glitz and glamour. It was like fuck all that. It was just more like because I can't, I want to do my craft, my music, but like I see the Hollywood sign. I'm still enamored of it. I see the Capitol Records building. I used to live right next to that thing.
so cool.
And it was like you just can't get over it. And like even here, like I drive and I'm like, I live in Hawaii.
That's
Like,
crazy.
and there's so many, but there's so much also, there's so much greed and stuff like that from here, and just the way that these people have been treated. And it's just
Sure.
like, it reminds me of what happened with the Native Americans. I mean, you could,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
there's so much stuff, but but there's so many good people here, you know.
Was
Yeah.
there a physical acclimation, getting used to it there from, moving from the desert to LA and then to Hawaii? Isn't it like tropical and humid there? And
Yeah, but I mean, I spent a lot of time in tropical climates, so
oh, okay,
it
so you're already
wasn't
used to
like,
it.
yeah, I mean, like when I was working in Survivor and so yeah, we were in 120 degrees, and I'm not even exaggerating, in the Amazon rainforest for.
That's fucking
So
wild.
this is a fucking walk in the park. You know what I mean? Like, but speaking of you said, and I didn't think about it, is that the sun, because somebody said this the other day, I forgot, I could be wrong, because we're closer to the equator, that means we're closer to the sun or something. The sun is way more intense here too, or the UV. There's another reason, and I keep forgetting why.
Oh shit.
But why? So the sun is harsh. Like it can be. It is harsh. And
Yeah, but it's so
but yeah,
green and lush there. Like I would love that. I think that's a beautiful
it
place to
is.
live.
It is. It's incredible. And where I live, there is some dry and arid parts. There's like over 31 microclimates
Oh wow.
here.
Wow.
Like where Lahaina is and stuff like that, where that all burnt. That's a little bit more deserty, although it used to be more green
Wow.
back before, you know, they
Crazy.
started coming in and changing things and diverting water and
Sure.
things like that. But it's interesting with the Hawaiian island chain is that you start from Kauai, which is um one of the oldest islands when you go from left to right, and that's like Jurassic Park. They shot some of Jurassic Park there. That is
Cool.
like, have you been to Hawaii?
Never.
Oh, you guys gotta come after you're done, like at some point. But
Sure.
Kauai is like, it's just pristine and it's a lot less populated. And then you got Oahu, I can't say it right, but that's where Honolulu and stuff is. It's like a cross between, it's really beautiful. And then you got Maui, which is like desert and also a lot of tropical jungle and stuff here. And then you got Big Island, which does have a lot of tropical stuff, but it's a newer island, so it's like the active volcano and stuff.
Oh,
So you got
okay.
this progression down the line.
Crazy.
Um,
How cool,
and
man.
Maui's just kind of in the middle, yeah.
What a fucking cool experience.
Yeah, it's but, like I said, I've been in my boat. Like when I first moved here, I got here during COVID, right after COVID, before COVID, excuse me. And like I had some money from unemployment, and we had a lot of time, and we were out doing a lot of more things in the water and stuff. And I did a lot of that. But like the last year, and I got out of a relationship, and I just kind of been like pedal to the metal, or what do they call foot to the grindstone? I forgot what the
Yeah,
term
yeah.
is, but I haven't like, I haven't really been hiking much. I go up my where I live and it's like really beautiful like trail cut, but I haven't been like out hiking in like a year. I haven't been to any fresh waterfalls probably like 4 months. But I
Yeah.
do go swim a lot, but it's like there's so much to see and do here. I haven't been taking advantage a lot of that because I've just been just hustling.
I'm sorry to
Uh,
keep asking more questions and shit, but
no, no, it's
taking up all your
you're good.
time. But I do want to
No,
know
I'm not.
what was COVID like in Hawaii?
What time? I'm not in a hurry, but I'm just curious what time it is because I can't see. I'm not in a rush. But
Here
what
it's
time is it there?
2:33, so should be 10:30
An hour and
around.
a half. So we're an hour and a half in. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, we've been
Mm.
going about an hour and a half.
What was COVID like here? Um,
Was it as bad as everywhere else? Everything's shut down
no,
and
no.
high restrictions and all that.
All I can speak of is my own personal experience. I don't know what I did in some past life to deserve to live here during COVID.
That's
I mean, no,
amazing.
honestly, like when it hit, I was working at this retreat center called Lumeria, and we get a lot of like Chinese nationals stuff from Wuhan and stuff. And I remember there was like a virus, and I mean we weren't like afraid of them either. We were just like, oh yeah, there's a virus from Wuhan. We're like, okay, well, whatever,
Yeah,
bug or something like that, and just like, and then it started turning into something bigger,
right.
and then we started noticing that like reservations for retreats and stuff were starting to go cancel, and we're like, okay, and then all of a sudden it turned into this thing, and then yeah, I had just started dating this girl, and I had just moved in with her, and that's what people do here on Maui. People move in together fast because it's like it's just I don't know how it is. It's just also save money. It's just kind of it's a weird island thing.
Sure.
My last two girlfriends, we lived together like right away. Maybe that's why we're not together, um, but it's kind of a rite of passage kind of a thing here. But yeah, I don't know. I moved in with her, and then like I was all of a sudden jobless, and she was kind of self-employed doing her own thing. But like I didn't know if I was gonna get unemployment and stuff like that. I'm not one to like just all like I worked hard all my life, so I was like,
Right.
I'll take what I can get. You know,
Sure.
like we didn't know what, and there was like rumors for a second because we have our own grocery store here called our little oasis called Mana Foods, which is like a little kind of like co-op kind of style, but it's not co-op. Um, and there was like rumors going around that like some of the shipments could stop for food and all that.
Oh
So we were
God.
like, there and we were so there was a bit of fear, I was worried about my parents, I was worried about people I
Oh,
knew in the
100%.
van, what I mean? So I was like, I was in paradise, but I was worried like fuck about them, and then I found out like I was gonna be able to get like unemployment finally, thankfully. But so I was staying at Lumeria, which is a really cool retreat center, like this little paradise place up the hill. And I ended up getting to stay there for like a little bit because we needed to like watch the property. And my general manager there, she was like stayed on property too, and she's like, if shit hits the fan, whatever, because I was staying with the girl, you could stay there. It was kind of like this protected place, and she's like, I got like 3 years worth of great food, grain and stuff like that. And I talked to some farmers. There's good crops. So like Maui itself, it'd probably be hard, but like if something happened, like there'd be a lot of self sustainability for a lot of people because there's a lot of hunters out here. I don't hunt. I wish I could, but I haven't learned. There's a lot of hunters, a lot of fishermen, a lot of farmers here. People working the land that work really
That's cool.
hard. I have
That's
so
cool.
much respect for them. So there's like, and you can grow anything out here,
That's so fucking cool, man. That's my jam.
So that was kind of like that alleviated, like assuaged some of the like just some of the fear. And then all of a sudden it became fun because I mean the girl I was dating, she wanted a relationship like deeper, and I didn't. And then she ended up kicking me out, and we're friends still, but I ended up moving in the jungle deeper into like this little like tiny hut thing, like not like I was naked and stuff or whatever. I mean, but it's just like, I mean, sometimes, but it was just more like it was just isolated this property, but it was like this little like structure, and I was paying like $600 of rent, and like I had gotten this money from unemployment. I was so grateful, and I just like I just worked on music and stuff, and
That's so cool.
I and we, you said about some of like the restrictions and stuff. Yeah, they were strict, but I mean, like if you came out here, like if you came out to Hawaii, COVID during COVID, you have to quarantine for 2 weeks. Or if I come back home, I have
Sure.
to quarantine for 2 weeks. So once we got to this point of like where we were like taking care of each other, and it's like, well, if somebody got sick, we knew, we took care of them. And then we felt like we were able to hang out a little bit because it was like we were so isolated. We were one of the most
Sure.
isolated places on the planet.
Right.
And yeah, so we felt good hanging out in a little, little grove, and there was this little cover bar we'd hang out at, and
It's it's really wild because that time, um here in New Mexico specifically, my personal experience, I started to experience a lot of divisiveness, like a lot of division in people
oh
because
sure,
you had the anti-vaxxers and the I'm not going to wear a mask because this isn't communist China and you can't make me do what I don't want to, my body, my choice kind of thing. And then, those are
communist China.
the same people who are, preaching against women's rights, reproductive rights, like it's fucking wild. But so I feel like that was a real struggle because prior to that there was not that division. It wasn't like, hey, just respect me and wear your mask. You didn't have to like beg for it. But as soon as COVID hits and they're like, please wear your masks so you don't infect each other. And these motherfuckers are out here like we're holding a gun to their head and making them give up their bank accounts or something. It was just a wild thing. Did you experience people like that in Hawaii?
Yeah, there was a lot of people that were like, "Oh, are you pure blood? Are you this that?" Because you didn't get that. Well, there was some
Oh
judgment
shit.
because I got vaccinated. I didn't want to. That's a whole other story. And
Sure.
luckily, I just got the Johnson and Johnson. I did get like a booster and stuff, but and I probably think that did affect my health a little bit. Like I regret getting it, but here's what it is. I do a lot of natural stuff to try to kind of remediate or whatever, fix that. But yeah, there was, but yeah, I don't know. It was yeah, it wasn't that it was, but it wasn't like that crazy. I guess there
That's
there were a
good.
lot of like. It's interesting because during COVID, that's when you started to see like the tables turn a little bit, a lot more like natural influences were turning more right wing, and it was just like turning into
Yeah.
like a weird kind of.
Yeah, very weird.
But it was cool, I wanted to see real quick. Was amazing was that all over the world when COVID happened, like the things in Venice and stuff like that, the canals they cleared up again,
Right, right,
because nature was coming back, and we
right.
got to go out we got to go out to because I had a friend that had a boat, and we go out and like it's just the water was so clear, the fish and like a lot
That's
of sharks were
amazing.
coming back, and it was just like I feel so blessed because these people that have been here to like they got that are from here got to experience their island, with the tourist stuff gone,
Right at
and
its purest.
everything was coming back, and I feel so honored that I was able to be here for that.
That's
So
so cool.
yeah.
All right. Well, a couple last things before we get out of here. Um, what's your 5-year plan? What do you see for yourself or hope to accomplish for yourself in the next 5 years? 5 to 10 years.
Um. Are you like I'm getting like flashbacks from like my counselor in high school.
I'm just curious, man. I ask
No, no,
everybody.
I'm just teasing you. I would hope to find my wife.
Oh, good.
Um, I would love to have a couple daughters. I think there's nothing more honorable that a man can do than to be a father to a daughter. I mean, if I have a son, that's great too.
Sure.
Uh, I am 48. I'm not 30. And I'm not. I'm still trying to like. I do have a lot of great experiences. I'm blessed to have all, but it doesn't reflect in my bank account right now. But
Sure.
I like to get that more. I'd like to get. Yeah, I'd love to have a family. I'm just focusing on my music and stuff. Realistically, like I love performing. I love performing live, but
Yeah.
I I'm really sensitive to a lot of like LED lights, some of these new technologies now. Like and I really pray every day to work through whatever that is that it's like
Sure.
caused me to like be sensitive to go out in some of these places that like has prevented me from trying to like go out and play other places and stuff. Like I have a little places that I play here that 200. I have a 200 seat venue that I could play here that I don't fill it up, but I've played there when it's filled or whatever. Like,
Sure.
and I have this bubble, but I wish I could get to that because I would love to go and tour Europe. I would love to go out and
Oh,
play. And I know
absolutely.
I'm 48, but there are a lot of musicians that
There's no age
can still
limits
be.
to music.
Yeah, there isn't, and
Have
I'm
you
not. Yeah,
sorry to interrupt. Have you thought about
no,
maybe trying just some really dark sunglasses or something? Like, would that help? Is it a visual thing or is it?
it is, but I don't know. Like, and I should probably go to the doctor about it. But like, I got these glasses that help. They're like blue light glasses.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
Yeah, blue light's no
and I
joke.
tried. Yeah, yeah. So I tried them the other day, and but some of these newer ones, like when I was in LA, a couple like there was one like these really harsh ones, and it hit my eye, and I thought I almost blacked out, and I thought I was gonna have a seizure, and I don't know if it's from. I mean, it could be from high school football trauma. It could be from. I've had a lot of concussions,
Sure.
but I yeah, it's kind of one of those thorns in my side where God, if I could get through that, I would, you know.
Well,
But so but I'm a realist. I'm also hopeful. I believe in miracles. Miracles
yeah,
happen every
absolutely.
day. But
I hope you
I
do
just
find your way through that, overcoming that, because yeah, you people do deserve to
thanks,
hear you.
man. Thanks, man. And but other than that, the songwriting keeps going, and
Yes.
I've been getting on TikTok more.
Oh,
Um,
cool. That dude,
TikTok's
that's
great,
good.
actually. Yeah, and and also like I would love to. I don't even if I can't like perform in front of thousands of people. I mean, I'd love that more than anything. But getting sync and licensing, getting my songs out there. I just put out a couple songs, and I produce some of my own music. I'd love to have the finances to produce things on a bit more level, but like, I mean, you can see, okay, I'm gonna turn this around here. It's a mess, but I have my own little studio here,
Oh
and
yeah.
with technology these days, like everything I have with everything in the box and plugins is like the equivalent to like $100,000 studio or something in the 80s,
Yeah, absolutely.
because of technology. So yeah, I would love to get into sync and licensing. If you don't, do you know what sync and licensing is?
I
Yeah.
don't.
So sync and licensing is like songs as placements, like getting songs like on a show or a movie or
Oh, cool. Yeah.
whatever. And I'm not trying to write like a fucking Purina jingle or something like that, but it's more like my kitty cat wants no. Um, I mean, if they, I would do if they hired me. I'm just saying, like, but it's just like when you see like, you see like Labyrinth. Did you watch Euphoria?
No.
Okay, so that show like Labyrinth, he did all the stuff for them, but he's obviously he's a huge artist.
Well, you can get there.
But yeah, just yeah, and there's other things too. Like I mean, I just love performing live,
Well, and
and I'll start.
I genuinely think that things like TikTok are a gateway to that.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, it is, and it's been a barrier for me because I am on Instagram. I'm hardly on Facebook, but like
Yeah.
TikTok's actually even like Van Morrison just recently got on TikTok, and
Oh
like
wow.
it can be a great tool if used.
I'm very biased against it because I hate what it's done to our society. You know, it's given everybody the 30-second attention span,
Yes,
and that drives me fucking crazy because I'm a long form content creator and nobody fucking watches long form content anymore because it's longer than 30 seconds. So I'm fucked. But
you're right, and you're not fucked because I think with AI and everything like that, that's forcing us to appreciate. I think the pendulum's gonna swing back.
I hope so.
I mean, and it's just people are. I don't know. I could go on and on. It's just like live music's gonna be appreciated more, and
100%.
like people reading more books and stuff
Yes.
like that.
Yes. Yes.
And that's the thing is, you're right. TikTok can be, what do you call it, doom scrolling or hope scrolling or whatever. Like you can lose hours, and everybody I know, even like professionals and stuff that I know that you would never think, they're like, yeah, Instagram and all it is, and it is. It's how you use it.
Right.
So, and that is. It's like it's a fucking. It's a what do you call it? Dopamine hit. So it's like a
Yeah.
drug. So it is. It's like how do you use it? And
Yeah. Is it an
I get
addiction
it.
or is it a tool?
Exactly, exactly. And I know I've gone through periods where I'm just like, shit, I just need to fucking throw my phone across the room.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. All right. Well,
But
real quick, the last thing I want to have you do before we get out of here is obviously I want to hear a song. But
yeah.
before that, tell everybody where they can find you, what you've got going on, how to follow you, and how to get your music out there. Where is it all located at?
Mm. Well, thank you for having me, by the way.
Absolutely. Thank you for
We
coming.
finally made it work. We finally made it work.
It's been a while, but we got it.
Yeah. Hopefully you're recording.
I'm recording. Yes, I made sure. Um,
Um,
I used two SD cards on my soundboard over here, but it's okay. We got the audio on the phone, so worst comes to worst, I'll just play it off the
cool.
phone.
Perfect, perfect. Yeah, I'm mostly predominantly on Instagram, Angelo, Angelo, Lovato, Lovato, music. Um, that's where you can get a hold of me.
Where are you at on TikTok?
I'm on, I think it's Angelo Lovato music as
Okay,
well.
and same
So
on
yeah,
Facebook.
same on Facebook. I'm not on much face. I mean, I am on there, but I'm just
Well,
like I saw
listen.
your message. Yeah.
Here's another quick tip. You can, if you post stuff on Instagram, you can have it auto post to Facebook and Threads. It's just more of a reach, so you should
No,
do
it
that.
already does. It does. It's funny because some of the stuff I post on Instagram, I don't necessarily want the Facebook audience to see it. I was like, oh, I
Oh,
got
I
to go
see.
back into
I
like
see. Dart. So
just
have you activated Threads and you post on there too?
I forgot.
I am.
I because sometimes I see threads. Yeah, threads
I've
is
become
cool.
highly addicted to Threads. It's fucking really cool. I love that you can cater your algorithm to exactly what you want to see and don't want to see. It's really nice. It's very controllable.
Totally, totally. And I still have an X thing. Like
Yeah, I gave
I
up X a long ass
don't.
time ago.
Yeah, yeah. I just kind of have it. No,
It's
I
important
can.
though for a creator.
I just kind of have it because sometimes I look. It's like I mean, I don't have a true social account. I thought about getting a true social
Oh
account just
God,
because I
please
want to see
don't.
what the. No, no, no. The only reason, no, please don't edit this in the same. The
I
reason
won't.
I say I thought about getting a true social account is I like to see what the other side is doing.
Oh,
Just
being
like with
informed.
just like when Joe Rogan lost me, but I do
Yeah,
like to watch the show, and I used to really like him and respect him, but I've lost that. We'll see. Maybe he'll come around. But I like when he had Elon on there. I used to love Elon, you
sure.
know.
Same.
But I've lost all my respect for Elon.
Same.
Even when Trump was on there, I watched that because I want to see what they have to say.
Sure.
So it doesn't mean that I'm not. I'm
I
not.
hear you. I'm just giving
You
you a
know what
hard
I mean?
time.
I just. Yeah, yeah. I
But
know.
also,
It's
it is
you know.
important for a creator to have as much reach as possible. So as many platforms as you can get, it's probably good to have. Um,
Yeah,
do you post
I
on
wouldn't
Spotify
post.
or? I'm sorry.
I wouldn't post on True
Yeah, yeah.
Social. I'm not gonna get it. I was just curious. I just wanted to see what other people were saying. That's
I
all.
get it. I
Yeah,
get it.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Okay, good.
do you put?
Spotify, Angelo Lovato.
Okay. I heart.
No, I don't think so. iHeart is that. I mean, I listen to iHeart because I listen to Coast to Coast, like
I post
AM.
on iHeart. Well, it all
Really?
through my Spotify. It posts on a whole bunch of platforms for me. So this podcast is everywhere too. Um,
Oh, it might be like. Do you use DistroKid?
no,
So I use DistroKid, and they distribute it
I have the
all
Spotify
through.
Creators app, and through that, there's like 5 or 6 other. You can even post on Apple Music through there, but because I'm not an Apple user, they don't allow me to, and without paying, and I'm not going to fucking pay to post on your platform. So
Okay. See, I use DistroKid. I don't know how it works with podcasts, but like I know DistroKid. I paid like $100, and I can post. I forgot. It's just I send it and it goes out to like it's on Apple Music.
okay.
It's all over the place.
Are you on YouTube?
YouTube. I'm on YouTube as well.
Okay.
My songs on there. You can.
Angelo
I
Lovato also.
Yeah, it's some.
Okay.
I think so because I just redid my YouTube, and I'm trying to make more content, but it's like that balance of out there playing because I play a lot of live shows out
Right.
here. So it's just,
Well, you could set
um,
up a camera and film your live show and stream that.
yeah, I haven't ever done a live like that. I
You
guess I
should.
should.
Should try it.
But I just sometimes I have to. I don't like censoring what I say, and sometimes I get a little nutty out there on stage.
That's
So
okay. Bro, my
yeah,
podcast is based around that. It's free speech, man. That's who you are. That's what people are gonna come for the music, bro, and they'll stick around for
yeah,
what you got to say. So
yeah,
just
yeah.
fucking do
I'm
it,
sure.
man. More reach. You never
Right,
know.
right.
Somebody might be doom scrolling and scroll across your live and be like, "Oh, this is dope."
100%. Yeah.
Word of mouth.
Yeah.
Okay, so grace us with a song, please. The moment we've been
Yeah.
waiting for.
The moment we've been waiting for. So I was so hungry. I didn't eat yesterday.
We're almost done, bro. Just get through this song and you can eat.
No, no, I said I was so hungry. I apologize for eating during
No,
the
hey,
podcast.
I don't care. Doesn't bother me.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm good, dude. I can chat. We're good. I'm not in a hurry. I'm just tune. I gotta change these strings. Have you been playing guitar a little bit?
I
Yeah.
still do play. Yeah. I have a 12-string Fender steel string, and then I have my Epiphone 6-string here, nylon, and then I have my guitarron. And
Oh, you're guitar on,
I still play them
dude.
all, just not as frequently as I should or would like to. I got too much shit going on, man. I'm a busy fucking dude. I'm actually trying to
Yeah.
simplify my life. I'm trying to actually get rid of a lot of the shit that I've accumulated over the years and just simplify.
Yeah, you
Maybe,
told me that a little bit.
maybe have
Don't
more
get rid
time
of
for that.
guitar on, dude.
Huh?
Don't get rid of the guitar,
Oh,
though.
never. No, look, no. I mean, like the shit I've accumulated in my garage
Yeah.
that's just unused shit just sitting around, like distractions. But here, look, I show you.
You should sell it to Marcos because then he'll just Marcos does a lot of reselling stuff or whatever. Oh yeah, that thing is nice, dude.
It's from the '60s. It was actually bought in Mexico from a street vendor.
That's amazing, dude.
Yeah.
You don't ever get rid of that. It's funny. I was listening to because I grew up on rock and roll and classic rock and stuff, and we had like the norteño music and stuff that family and stuff like that. I didn't get into a lot of it, but I respected it. But I was jamming some like norteño music today, like some Blue Ventures and stuff, because it just takes me back, dude.
Yeah. Hey, music is music, man.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I love that stuff,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, for sure.
I didn't appreciate it as a kid. I was playing other stuff, but I never got into playing the mariachis. Although
Sure.
Marcos and Joe were in a mariachi band as
That's fucking
kids.
wild. I can't
I
picture
didn't know
that.
if you knew that.
I did not.
Oh yeah. All right. This is called Speedball. This is I guess kind of I wrote this based on some of my travels and wayward living and
Cool.
I'll just play it. Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Can you hear of it okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can hear that.
Okay. I'm just I'll sit on my little perch here.
Bravo.
Thanks, man.
Absolutely bravo.
Thanks, man. So yeah, that's kind of I haven't recorded that one yet, but
Well, it's a good it's a good indicator of what people have to look forward to if they go and search in music and whatnot. So
yeah, I'm working
um
on it.
yeah, very cool. When are you looking to record that? Get that posted up.
I don't know. I got about, and that's just being ADHD is I got about 100 song projects on
Holy
Logic that I'm
shit.
working on, and some are just little tidbits. Some are almost finished projects, and then I got another folder with like voice memos, strong ideas with lyrics and stuff. Probably
Wow.
another 80 projects, and some are overlap or some of the same. But I just got so many I'm working on. So like, um, I'm working on it. I have some other stuff I'm trying to release, but I need to get it mixed, and I'm not the best mixer, and I have
Fair
somebody that
enough.
will do it, but I'm just once I get that able
Amazing.
to get that mixed. So yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
Are
Well,
you,
no, what were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
oh no, I was just saying, like, are you writing or anything playing? I know you're
No,
busy.
I don't have the skill. I don't have that skill. That's not a I
Oh,
tried one time. I failed miserably. It was not good. I don't have the ability to um think of lyrics the way songwriters do. I can't.
I call bullshit. Anybody can.
I'm sure anybody can. I can't. I'm not that guy.
Yeah,
Uh
all right.
you
All
you
right.
you teach me a fucking song or give me some chords and I'll play the fuck out of it, but I
Yeah,
cannot.
yeah.
And I'm sure that I could come up with a melody if I needed to, but writing an actual song full of meaningful lyrics is not my forte. I as bad as I want to, I can't do it. I've tried.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I get I
I
get
just
it.
enjoy
It's
the jam of it. So
awesome, man. Well,
yeah.
thank you for having me on. I'm so glad we were able to make it work.
Me too, man. This was
And
great. This was a lot of fun and I appreciate it so much. I do look forward to your next move, even if that's somewhere else on the island and seeing what comes out next. And then I look
yeah,
forward to your music blowing up because it's bound to happen eventually. You got a lot of good shit. So and
thanks,
I
dude.
highly encourage everybody out there to go find Angelo on any platform that you use, even if it's TikTok, and just give a song or two a listen and just feel it. It's good shit.
Yeah. And I hope you guys can come out to that'd be cool if you all came out to Maui sometime,
I will
and I know
certainly I'll certainly keep
yeah,
in touch about that if we do. I mean, we would love to visit Hawaii, so it's not off the
yeah.
table.
Have a great time in Italy.
Thank you. We will, and I will report back on that.
Yeah.
All right,
Awesome,
my
dude.
brother. Well, it was
All right, bro. We'll talk
always a
soon,
pleasure,
man.
and yeah, absolutely. Please stay in touch.
All right,
And
dude.
everybody else
Bye.
out there, subscribe, like all of Angelo's stuff. Come back to the podcast next week, and we'll see you again for another one. All
Oh
right.
yeah. All right, man. Talk to you later.
All right. Bye.
Thanks, man. Bye. Yeah, I'm happy to. I just spilled water real quick. Hold on, let me just clean
Yeah,
this
yeah,
up
yeah.
real quick. Hold on 1 second.
No worries, brother.
I got electronics down there. Dude, thank you so much. Sorry, I'm like.
Don't worry, dude. We got time. You're good.
Okay. I'm gonna, cause my spill of water. I'm coming. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna be here 2 seconds.
No worries, bro.
I'm right here. I just need to fill my water.
You're cute.
I gotta fill my water anyway.
You're good.
I didn't drink much water this morning. I need water because I'm not.
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
Oh yeah.
It's not picking up the guitar at all.
But can you hear me singing? Talking?
Hey, I can hear you talking. I just can't hear the music.
Should I play it louder or?
If you can, or closer to the phone.
Plug it in. Do you want me to plug it into an amp?
If I mean, if it's not too much inconvenience. Yeah, I can't hear anything.
Okay, hold on. Let me just give me 1 second. No, it shouldn't. It won't be.
I just don't want people to miss the music.
Yeah. Thanks,
Your
man.
singing is phenomenal. So an acapella would be amazing, but you know the the music is part of the song, so I don't want to skimp on that.
I actually really suck at acapella singing, but I'm not really. I gotta do it. I'm not. Hold on. Ein Minute bitte. Can you hear that?
I can hear that.
No, I'm just I respect people that can just sing a cappella, and
Yeah,
I'm not really that. That's good.
it's a little quiet, but we can hear it.
I can turn it up more. Is that freedom rock, man? We'll turn it up. How's that?
You know, it's okay. I think we can hear it now.
You're like, just play the fucking song. Is that better?
We'll see. We'll see how it comes out.
Well, I could sit. If I turn it more like this, and the speaker